Jump now. Oh, shit. Grand Theft Auto 4 launched on the day that I got my driver's permit when I was 15. And Grand Theft Auto 5 somehow is 10 years old this year. So let's compare them. Hello guys, and welcome to my direct comparison of Grand Theft Auto 4 versus Grand Theft Auto 5, where I'm going to be showing direct comparisons between these two games to really show how they stack up against each other and hopefully spark the conversation of how these elements can be innovated on in the sequel, Grand Theft Auto 6, which is about to get its first official trailer from Rockstar here in the next week or so. So what better time to talk about it? But guys, I hope you guys enjoy the comparison and let's get it started. Beginning with the NPCs, the way the games handle NPC damage couldn't be more different between the two games. As you can see here in Grand Theft Auto 4, whenever I wound an NPC by shooting him in the leg, they fall down with impressive ragdoll physics, but they also are wounded. And after picking himself up, the NPC will show that he's wounded by his wounded walking animations. And the more wounded the NPC is, the more exaggerated these wounded animations become. To the point of where the NPC is wounded enough, they won't even be able to walk anymore, which is pretty crazy. Whereas in Grand Theft Auto 5, when you shoot an NPC in the leg, they'll usually just fall down and die. But this is also inconsistent, as sometimes when you shoot an NPC in the body, they'll once again fall down and die, and other times when you shoot them in the body, they'll get up and run away as if nothing even happened. Moving on now to some cool tire physics. As you can see here in GTA 4, when I shoot this tire, you can actually see the air leaving the tire where the bullet impacted as the car slowly lowers to the ground. It's a pretty cool effect. Whereas in GTA 5, whenever I tried this, you can still see the tire quickly deflate, but you're missing that bullet hole effect that shows where the air is coming out of the tire like you could see in GTA 4, which is kind of a shame. Moving on to the next test, I wanted to see what would happen between the two games if you got your cell phones wet while your character was using them. As you can see in Grand Theft Auto 4, whenever you're on a phone call and you get into the water, you drop the call, which makes sense. But in Grand Theft Auto 5, you continue talking even if you're swimming as if nothing's going on, which I found pretty funny. I also wanted to see the differences between carjacking somebody at gunpoint between the two games, and as you can see in Grand Theft Auto 4, whenever you hold somebody up from outside the car, they'll usually throw their hands up, get out of the car, run away, and surrender their car to you, which is pretty cool. Whereas in Grand Theft Auto 5, whenever you try the same thing, they'll usually try to get away, which often leads to pretty hilarious results. But ultimately, it makes it a little bit more difficult to carjack somebody at gunpoint in GTA 5. One awesome detail that both games share is that whenever you come across a fire in the open world, you can actually take out your cell phone, dial 911, and call the fire department. And the fire department will actually show up, which is really cool, but I do find it interesting how many people the fire truck will injure trying to get to the fire. I find that kind of hilarious, but it's cool how in GTA 4, the fire trucks are shooting water out of the big fire hose on top of the truck. It's pretty cool. And you can do the same thing in GTA 5, though in GTA 5 it's really cool because whenever the fire truck shows up, you can actually see the firefighters riding on the back of the truck, and they jump off the truck and they put out the fires with their fire extinguishers, which is pretty cool. I also wanted to test the fall damage whenever you fell into water from a high place, and as you can see here in Grand Theft Auto 4, when I jump out of this helicopter, I fall forever and then I hit the water and I survive because, you know, game physics, I landed in water. But in Grand Theft Auto 5, whenever I tested this, when I jump out of the airplane, I hit the water as if I hit concrete, which is what would actually happen, so it's a bit more realistic. I also noticed in Grand Theft Auto 4, whenever a vehicle explodes near an NPC, the vehicle explodes with a big fireball, and it lights all the NPCs on fire that are near the explosion, sending them flying through the air engulfed in flames, which is a pretty gnarly effect. Whereas in Grand Theft Auto 5, when an NPC is near an exploding vehicle, the blast blows the NPC away and doesn't engulf them in flames unless the flaming vehicle touches the NPC, and then it will catch them on fire. And honestly, this is probably a bit more realistic, but I gotta say, the way GTA 4 does it with its Michael Bay flaming people is pretty cool. I like it. I also wanted to compare everyone's favorite GTA pastime of diving out of high-speed vehicles, and as you can see here in GTA 4, you have crazy ragdoll physics as you bounce down the street, but when you get up, you have no physical damage that you can see on your character. Whereas in GTA 5, when you do this exact same thing, as you can see, Michael here is completely scratched and bloodied and scarred, and it's pretty gnarly looking. I also noticed in GTA 4, whenever your character walks into the water, you never actually see the character's clothes get wet. Whereas in GTA 5, it's really interesting because you can actually see where the clothes stopped getting wet. If you only walked into your waist down will be wet. If you walked up your chest, it'll be your chest down being wet. And I thought that was pretty cool. And finally, you know I gotta check the broken glass physics between the two games, and as you can see here in Grand Theft Auto 4, the more I shoot this cop car's windshield, the more bullet holes I put in the windshield, but it just won't shatter. Eventually, the cop car catches on fire and then ultimately explodes, whereas in GTA 5, as you can see, it starts out by putting bullet hole decals in the windshield and eventually kind of shatters the whole thing, but eventually you'll start punching out pieces of the windshield where the bullets are impacting, and it's a really impressive effect, and I think it looks fantastic. Well guys, this has been my direct comparison of Grand Theft Auto 4 versus Grand Theft Auto 5. I love both of these games. Grand Theft Auto 4, every time I play it, I'm constantly reminded of just how ahead of its time that game was. I love its gritty, down-to-earth Grand Theft Auto gameplay, and a lot of those elements that are missing in Grand Theft Auto 5, I hope to see return in Grand Theft Auto 6. And when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, what can I say about this game? There's a reason it's stayed relevant over the last 10 years, and GTA Online is just a money printing machine, just printing out money every single month. But you know, I mean, when it comes to GTA 6, I'm personally not worried about it. I mean, like, as a single player games fan, Rockstar has done nothing to make me worry about GTA 6, whether it's Grand Theft Auto 3 to Grand Theft Auto 4 to Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption to Red Dead Redemption 2. Every Rockstar game, and at least its single player component, has pushed the envelope forward in my mind as far as what's possible in a single player open world game. And so for me personally, Rockstar hasn't given me a reason to be worried about GTA 6, but you never know, it could suck, you know? But guys, I can't wait to see this first official trailer of GTA 6 from Rockstar, which is going to be coming out here in the next week or so. I cannot wait to see it, and I can't wait to talk about it here on the channel as well. But guys, that's all I have for this video. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what things in the comparison did you like. Do you think there's some things that GTA 4 does better than GTA 5? Does GTA 5 just smoke GTA 4? Let me know down in the comments. Are you excited for GTA 6 as well? I can't wait to read those comments. But guys, that's all I have for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.